Hi, this is Suzanne of Suzanne Gibbs Art and SG Studio Gallery. This month's SuzZine is all about a dress-up doll. So you need to have patience to watch this video because making your very own paper doll is going to take time. In this image here, you're seeing me cut one of the stands for the doll. And then there's the doll, the bottom of the feet, slow cutting. The reason I did a video of this nature is because I remember really enjoying paper dolls as a young girl, and my zine is all about playfulness and fun and just letting any sort of creativity emerge from me. No matter how silly or no matter where it comes from, I let it come through. And for months, I've been thinking about, I should do a dress-up doll, but I was really afraid about how hard that might be to basically design from scratch in my own way without like going down the Google ramp of how does somebody else do it. But just to keep working on it until I figure out a way to make it work for myself. So that's what you're seeing here, kind of cutting out a prototype, seeing how it works. Definitely had struggles along the way, but also just wonderful to be in this slow mode creative world of what can I make? How can I make it happen? And how can I make this happen so that other people that receive SuzZine can actually make their own paper doll from the zine itself? So basically, the subscribers are getting a zine that they will subsequently cut up and make a paper doll with it. This video only shows the paper doll in white as if you were just cutting up the zine, but inside of their subscription, my subscribers are getting bits and pieces of paper to make the dress a different color, or to make the shoes a different color, or to make the pants or the skirt, So it's sort of like a dress-up doll smash-up with collage, because you get to cut up the zine, you get to cut up the scraps of paper that I'm sending off. And you can see, just watching my fingers here, ooh, it's a struggle. How do I make this thing stand? Yay, it's standing. My studio space has a very blowy air conditioning system. That's why that little doll was moving back and forth in the blowing of the air conditioning. It's been very hot here this summer. So here you'll see me cutting out the top. I did not, for this video, make any of the clothing in different colors. I just was showing how the doll actually fits together, so that if anybody had any questions, which I doubt they would, but you never know. There could be that some of my zine subscribers were not like me as a child and never did do any paper dolls, and so the zine comes with instructions, and it also comes with a note saying, hey, come over here, check me out over on YouTube. So in case you do have questions, you can just watch me struggle through making one too. It's not an easy process, but it's not like, what's that infamous word? Rocket. It's not like rocket, whatever, rocket science or whatever. It's just slow, contemplative cutting, and then folding in the appropriate places, and then adding the clothes onto the paper doll. And here's where I add it on, and I very quickly find out that, the top is heavy, and it falls over because I put the stand on the back. Whoopsie! Okay, that didn't work. And there it goes, timber. Anyway, okay, so here I am cutting out the pants. And I went kind of a different route than the paper dolls I did as a child. For these pants, the tab to keep the pants on actually goes through the belly button on the paper doll. I just thought it worked better because, you know, pants hang from the belly down. And so that's how these work. And you'll see me figure that, you know, kind of cut the hole into the paper doll and make that work also. There's the dashed line for where the belly button cut goes. Snip. I'm showing using scissors, but honestly, if I was doing this and I wasn't showing how to do it for myself, I would have just used an X-Acto blade. But I had to think, like, what would people have in their own home to be able to make this from the zine? And not everybody has an X-Acto blade and cutting board laying around at home. Here I am taking off that stand that I realized doesn't work because the clothing makes the paper doll front heavy. So, let's see, switch it around, put them on the front, slip that right on in there. You know, and then slip the other one in. It's basically tab to tab. I could have used colored pencils or markers to even make each of these pieces in color. But again, this was more about the construction of it. Does it all work? Will it stand up? And if it won't, do I need to redesign the whole zine? And oh, I did not make a big enough belly button. Let's see. Oh, can I get it? Is it gonna fit? No, I guess not. Alrighty, get the scissors out. And you'll see there's writing on the back. That's because every single little bit of paper of the zine creates the doll with the instructions. No wasted paper like a plain white back. That's on purpose. So I would encourage any zine subscribers to please make sure that you read all the instructions first before you cut apart your whole zine to make that doll. And there we have it, a top and pants on a paper doll that's not falling over. Woohoo! Super exciting. And then we have hair. And then obviously you can make, this is paper hair and you can color it in, but you could get creative and like get a piece of ribbon or some string or cut up a rubber band or, you know, whatever you want. It may make the paper doll a little top heavy and it'll fall over again, but experimentation is part of the fun of exploring this whole process. So, yeah. And then there's shoes. There's a pair of sandals and a pair of Oxfords and then a pair of high heels as a part of the offerings for this paper doll. The shoes were crazy hard because in order for them to fit on the feet of the paper doll, they also have to accommodate the stand of the paper doll. So you'll be cutting through all the shoes. Don't be getting those shoes wet because you'll just have wet feet because you have to cut through them to make it work with the stand. And yeah, you'll notice that I filmed these sometimes with the phone filming it the correct way and sometimes the tall way, so it's a little bit harder to see. But yeah, thanks for putting up with me and not having to refilm it. Because that would also have meant that I would have had to like recut out a whole nother doll and test it all over again. And really this was about like what happens when I do this for the very first time and is it going to work? Or do I have to redesign the whole zine as well? I think I was looking there at not a splinter or something, but just a mark on my finger from ink or something. I was wondering what was on my finger. All right, so these are really little shoes, aren't they? I would say this is probably not a project for an 8-year-old, but I could be wrong. Some 8-year-olds are very dexterous with scissors. Or you could help them. I recently had a young girl in my studio for an open studio time with her mother, and she was really wildly creative and just went for it when she made her paper doll. And I did not even suggest a paper doll, so that was kind of some really cool serendipity. But I don't film or take pictures of young people in my studio. They need their privacy from the big internet world. And I will give you one of the ideas that she had. I gave her a button in case she wanted to put a button on her paper doll's sweater. But no, she saw the button as a pendant to make into a necklace for her paper doll. So look at little things around your house. What can you add to make your paper person more unique to you and to what you have around? Oh, and this one you'll see, it's not the pants and shirt. I actually have the dress hanging on the shoulders. Yeah, there you go. There's a dress too in the zine. And will it stand? Nope. Okay, but I do remember when I made that first one, I used a lighter weight paper, and when I actually produced the zine, I sent it off to people with a heavier weight paper. And look at that, I figured out that if I put a little bit of weight from the scissors, it doesn't tip over. So yeah, all sorts of ways that you can make time for imaginative play with paper, basically. Once again, thank you for visiting. This video is just about over. This is Suzanne Gibbs of Suzanne Gibbs Art and SG Studio Gallery. I shipped off the SuzZine already, but I could make more if you're interested in ordering them. Just go to my website and ask for the back order and tell me which one you want, and I will print out more of these because super fun. Oh, looks like I might be actually giving you the bob haircut before we sign off here. Yeah. I'd love to hear comments or, any stories from when you had paper dolls as a child. And there's the pants. Thank you so much. Have a good day.